Yo, what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and OP analysis video. I am going to try and keep this one as short as possible because I got to run to the gym right after. However, I do believe that this video is going to be rather straightforward, and I think it's going to be very important for us to keep it straightforward because all that matters, believe it or not, guys, at this juncture of the market is going to be price action. Okay, so focus on price action because that is going to keep you on the right side of the market. Now, here's what we're going to be talking about today. On today's agenda, guys, we're essentially going to be talking about Bitcoin's monthly range. And trust me when I say this is going to be very, very important. Okay, because this is essentially going to help us understand, does Bitcoin rally getting into the month of March, which we open in 2 days? Alrighty. Then, on the second point in today's agenda is I want to see, do we have a hint on whether or not we actually clear the monthly range? Do we actually see that rally getting into the month of March? Is there anything hinting at it? And I want to actually assess the Bitcoin weekly open that we received today in relation to that monthly range that we're going to be looking at. And then right after that, we'll be jumping on to the altcoin of the day, which is OP. It's called Optimism Protocol Network. Anyways, it's one of those layer 2s on Ethereum. And I do believe that the native token, which is OP, is looking very, very good against its levels. So with that, guys, let's jump right in. Now, as far as Bitcoin's monthly range is concerned, this is something that Sean and I actually went over in, the weekend live stream. For those of you who caught it, this video is going to be much of a refresher for you guys, okay? But I want to go ahead and highlight that monthly range for you. Now, that monthly range can be spotted best if you just turn on your Mango ribbon, okay? Specifically, the 10 SMA and the 55 exponential moving average. So let's go ahead, turn on the Mango ribbon. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the 21 EMA right here. Okay, just keep the 10 SMA on and the 55 EMA on. I'm going to zoom into this region right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark out the entire range that we're looking at on the monthly time frame because this is the monthly range. I'm saying that if Bitcoin clears this range getting into the month of March, I'm saying that we have a potential rally on our hands coming right up. Okay, now the 55 EMA, which marks out our resistance, comes in at around, let's go and get that number, $23,506. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Perfect. So this is the range. We have the 55 EMA as overhead resistance on the monthly time frame and the 10 simple moving average as support underneath us. Now, historically, guys, that 10 simple moving average has kept you on the right side of the entire market cycle more often than not. That 10 simple moving average, emerging out of a bear market, when we take out the 10 simple moving average historically, that has initiated the next markup phase for the next cycle. Okay? So this is going to be the next markup phase for that next cycle. So for those of you who still are unaware of what I'm talking about, say this is a market cycle. If this was Bitcoin's market cycle, this would be 3K, this would be 60K, and this right here would have been 15.8K, essentially this region. Okay, this is the markup phase. So every time Bitcoin takes out its monthly 10 simple moving average, that has usually initiated the first bout of the markup phase for the next cycle. Okay. So that's essentially what I'll be looking for. And so far, when we're looking for when we're looking for Bitcoin to actually close candles over the 10 SMA, what has been that a 100% confirmation is 2 confirmed candle closes, so 2 confirmed monthly closes over the 10 simple moving average. The 10 simple moving average as of now comes in at around $21,536. So far, the month of Jan closed over the 10 simple moving average. What we're looking for in this month of Feb is for Feb to also close over the 10 simple moving average. Now, historically, if I take you guys back in time, this has worked out really well. We can actually go on to this markup phase. This was when Bitcoin was sitting at around $2. So this is us getting out of the 2012 bear market, right? We closed 2 candles right here, 1, 2, and then initiation of the next markup phase for the next cycle. Okay, you see right that. There we go. All right, now this was the bear market of 2015. Notice this, all right? If I just zoom in to this price action right here, we only had, this was the first instance that we actually closed a monthly over the 10 simple moving average back in July of 2015. However, that was just one confirmed close. We never got the second one, okay? The second one was this, where we lost that 10 SMA very, very swiftly, only for us to come down here to sweep the lows once again. That seemed like very trappy action, but notice what followed right after. At the very least, that first jab of the 10 SMA and us taking that out to the upside is usually your get ready signal. You better start thinking about your long-term allocations. Okay, now notice what happened on the second jab of the 10 SMA. We got one close right here, confirm close right here, and then rally to the upside. That was the next initiation of the markup phase, okay, for the next cycle. I'm just going to go ahead and just fix my view. That way you guys can see it. So that's where Bitcoin went from around $308 all the way up to $21,000. Okay, now that was one cycle. This right here, this was accumulation, markup, distribution, markdown, right? Now let's get onto this phase where Bitcoin was sitting at 3K. Now this was our previous bull market. Now this was a very, very volatile move to the upside, wherein yes, we saw a macro market cycle, which was this right here. All right. However, we had an intermediate downtrend in all of that, getting into the COVID dump. But let's go ahead and see how price performed against the 10 simple moving average. We had one close right here, okay, which was then followed by a very, very volatile month of May in 2019. That was a good 62% to the upside. This is where it closed. So you didn't manage to get much on this next move to the upside, where Bitcoin actually went from around 8K all the way to 14K. I mean, that was still not bad, okay? However, there was a lot that was thrown out of equilibrium. That was still a good 61% to the upside. That's when we got the intermediate downtrend following right after that. Okay, this is the next time we actually took out the 10 SMA. However, no confirmed close right here. Okay, and then this is where we actually got the COVID Black Swan event. Alrighty. What followed right after that, emerging out of the COVID dump, is that we got one candle close right here, second candle close right here, after which we got the next markup phase getting up to $62,000. Okay, that was it right here. Now, yes, this cycle was a bit tricky. It was there was a lot that was thrown out of equilibrium because of the volatility that stepped in there. Okay, however, the 10 SMA, guys, what I'm trying to drive in here is the importance of the 10 SMA to anticipate the next rally. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and see what Bitcoin is doing at this current juncture of the market. What do we have here? All right, if I just zoom in to this, I'm going to knock off this very nasty line. We have one candle close right here, which was the month of Jan 2023. Okay, and then this is the month of Feb 2023, the month that we are in right now, the month that we close in around 2 days. All right, this is going to be our second candle close. If it closes anywhere like this is going to be our second candle close over the 10 simple moving average. But now what's really going to allude to a immediate rally getting into the month of March is us also taking out the 55 EMA, because ultimately, guys, that is still resistance overhead, and that is not something that we can just simply ignore. Okay, signatures are signatures, yes, but we got to assess every piece of information that we have on our chart. And so far what I'm seeing here, I just want you guys to look at this consolidation right here. Right? Ever since we broke down into 18.7K and then getting into the FTX event at 15.8K, notice what was held as that overarching resistance overhead. It was the 55 exponential moving average. We tried to take it out right here in the month of July of 2022, resistance. How about here in the month of August 2022, here too, rejected. How about here in the month of Jan 2023, here too, guys, rejected. This is going to be a critical level. In fact, the 55 EMA also, once again, like the 10 SMA, has had historic significance. Okay, if I just zoom out of this chart right here, this was that previous bear market of 2019. And when Bitcoin took out the 55 EMA right here, only then did we actually rally and make our way all the way up to the 10 simple moving average, getting up to from, well, what is this? 3.6K all the way up to 5.1K. Okay, how about if I zoom out even further? I'm going to knock off all of these nasty squigglies on my chart. Okay, notice what was held as that underneath support for this bear market of 2015. Once again, guys, it was the 55 exponential moving average. Okay, so this has had historic significance getting into the previous cycles as well. So once again, I will be giving that the importance that it deserves right here. In fact, even during this accumulation phase of the market, guys, it has proven to be a high region of contention for the bulls. Okay, and so far they have failed on every attempt. So I will be looking for how Bitcoin actually closes the monthly in relation to that 55 exponential moving average. So it's only if we get a close over the 55 EMA, only then will I be expecting the next rally to the upside getting into the month of March. With the first target to the upside coming in at the 21 EMA, this comes in at around 27.7K. So that is going to be the first target that I gun for. Alrighty. However, if price closes underneath the 55 EMA, I say that we're likely going to be heading into another sort of range of oscillation between the 55 and the 10 simple moving average. I will only start gunning for lower for Bitcoin once we start seeing weakness along the 10 SMA, which comes in at around 21.5K. So if I see growing technical weakness along 21.5K on the weekly closes specifically, only then will I be looking towards lower targets for Bitcoin. Okay, but now I want to know, do we have anything that's giving us a hint on whether or not this monthly closes over that 55 EMA? Is this telling us that, hey, you know what, perhaps the scales are tilting more bullish than bearish, or vice versa? Well, for that, I want to get on over to the weekly time frame to see how the weekly closed in relation to 23.5K, because notice, we're currently seeing price test 23.5K, and if there's any region that it's showing strength against, it's showing strength against the 23.5K region, telling me that, hey, there's a lot more buying pressure on the chart at this current juncture of the market than there is selling pressure. Okay, so with that, let's get on over to the weekly time frame, because we did open a brand new week today. So now if I just zoom in to this price action, how did Bitcoin close relative to 23.5K? So we have resistance, that monthly 55 EMA resistance at around $23,506. Okay, however, this last weekly candle, we closed at around $23,558. So guys, literally $50 over, just $50, you know, given Bitcoin's volatility, we only closed $50 over that region of resistance. So we did get a close over that region. Okay, but now what I want to see getting into the rest of today, I want to see strength along 23.5K. I want to see this ticking up and living over 23.5K. That is going to give me that added confirmation that, all right, this is where we're seeing strength. Perhaps the bulls actually managed to close the monthly over the 55 EMA. So I'm specifically going to be looking for the 12-hour and the next daily candle close to close over 23.5K. Only then will I be, will I start tilting bullish getting into the monthly close. All right, so yes, we have one close, but I want to see that freaking second one come in. I want to start seeing strength on this region already, because at that point, getting into the month of March, if we actually see strength along 23.5K, we take it out on the monthly time frame. I'm saying that this resistance, this cluster of resistance on the weekly time frame is likely going to get annihilated. I think it's going to be taken out in one fell swoop. Okay, getting up to 27.7K, because that's where the next monthly 21 EMA comes in at. And this is something that I've always mentioned, right? If you're looking at your time frames, always prioritize your higher time frames than the lower time frames. Now, if you're looking at the monthly versus the weekly, your monthly is going to take precedent. Okay, that is going to be the next target at 27.7K. And notice if we actually get up to the 21 EMA, guys, we're going to be taking out the entire cluster of resistance with the weekly 55, the weekly 200, and the weekly 200 exponential. Alrighty, so this is going to be key. What happens in the next 24 hours is going to dictate what happens to Bitcoin getting into the month of March. Look for a strength at along 23.5K. The best type of TA to execute on is the ones that you are able to keep the most simple. Okay, so right now, higher time frames, guys, is all that you should be looking at to get a hint on what the market does right after. All right, so now this is Bitcoin for you. Eyes on the prize, eyes on the 12-hour and the daily, okay, relative to 23.5K. You should have memorized that number by now for the amount of times that I said it in this video. But anywho, with this, we can get on over to, well, the altcoin of the day, which is OP. Is it Optimism Network? Is it Optimism Protocol? But anyways, it's one of those layer 2s on Ethereum. And quite honestly, I've been playing around with it, and I really like it. My freaking goodness. OP, there's definitely something there. I believe Coinbase is also going to be using it. And they also have something called their super chain that's coming right up. Now, of course, I'm not going to talk about the fundamentals because you can have some amazing fundamentals. In fact, I have been in projects and I was very, very focused on the fundamentals of these altcoins. And, you know, what is it the project was about? What is it that they do? And damn, everything looks so good. They're working so hard. They have an amazing product, but the chart looks like garbage. And, you know, when I was new, I still got in and I got punished. Like, severely at that too. Like, I lost a lot of money just playing to fundamentals, guys. So if you have found a good project, sure, go ahead, do your DD, go ahead, look at the fundamentals. In fact, I urge you guys to look at the fundamentals, because you know what, you can actually find some gems in there. But also look at the TA, look at the chart to see, is there anyone on the chart? Is there activity on the chart? Is it a beautiful chart, an easy one to play? Alrighty. So always associate a weight to the TA as well as the fundamentals if you are looking to get into a project that actually runs during a bull run phase. Alrighty, you do not want to be sitting in a dead coin and allocating liquidity to that when it's not running and you just have it because it has great fundamentals. You don't know when it's going to run. So yeah, OP does have some good fundamentals, and also the chart is bloody beautiful. So this is OP for you right here. As you can see, I already have some levels on here. However, now we're first going to be starting off with the Mango dashboard to see what OP is up to on the dashboard as far as the trend is concerned. Now I first want to see, is OP even on the top list for one of the high traded volume coins? And no, it's not. Okay, OP is not on here. Alrighty. STXs though, guys, you have no idea how badly I missed the STX trade. Like, I am actually really, really upset about this one because I saw the STX trade before it even freaking moved. STX is the layer 2 for Bitcoin, and one of the major NFT sort of platforms is using STX as the native token to deal in these Bitcoin NFTs. Now, it's not the ordinals, okay? This is just one of those very Ethereum-like JPEG NFT associated with a URL. However, I saw the play. I'm like, Sean, I think STX is going to pump. I mean, you need STX to get the NFT. So just that was the overarching thesis, and the chart was looking relatively decent. And I'm like, I think I'm going to get a bag, but I never ended up getting a bag. And yeah, STX went in 2x right after, so I'm just bummed about that. But anywho, that is one story. With this, let's go ahead and filter out OP from this list. Now, this is OP USDT on the daily time frame. OP currently is long, so yes, we have a bullish trend on the daily time frame. This never really reversed, even despite the most recent pullback that we got, because this reversal, notice it came in 52 days ago, so over a month ago. OP has remained long. It's remained bullish for well over a month, okay, 52 days ago. If you manage to catch the trade when the long signal was given to you, you're up by a good 188%. And notice volatility, though. Volatility is sitting at freaking 20. Okay, so volatility is a nice, very, very blue, very low number, and this is essentially what you want to see if you want to see trend continuation. Okay, it's only when the volatility gets up to those high red frothy numbers would I really anticipate the next pullback on the daily time frame. Okay, however, what is the lower time frames doing on OP? OP USDT also flipped long 5 hours ago on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, we're seeing a bit of a trend shift right here. Returns, however, a minus 1.23%, so no continuation just yet. Volatility flashing 42. How about the 12-hour? OP USDT long came in 3.7 days ago. You're up by a good 8.62%. Vol sitting at 15.9. Okay, so OP is actually long across the board on all time frames. Volatility at relatively decent numbers. Okay, so mid on the 4-hour and mid on the 12-hour as well, and very, very low on the daily time frame, telling me that OP bulls could have a bit more juice in them to take price up. So with that, let's get on over to the chart to see how OP closed on the weekly. And I wanted to cover OP specifically today because, well, we cleared out a key region of resistance. So now what we're seeing here is resistance flipped support. And not just that, there is a bullish structure on the chart, which is this very, very beautiful bull flag. Okay, and this appears to be a break. We also have a rise in volume on this break, on this last weekly close. So we're seeing quite a lot of technical variables lending to the bulls right now, which is why I wanted to cover OP today, because I do believe it is going to be a very, very easy trade to manage. Alrighty, so the overarching thesis for this trade setup is going to be critical region of resistance now flipped into support. Okay, the region of resistance that I'm looking at comes in at around $2.95. For those of you who want to take down the exact number that I'm looking at, it is 2.953. Okay, if you notice, price ever since Jan, so ever since last month, we had been contesting that $2.95 region time and time and time and time again. All right, and we failed to close over that on almost all attempts except for this last weekly close. All right, so we actually managed to take out $2.95. Price closed at around $3. All right, what we're seeing here is price coming back down to $2.95 to give it a retest. Now, we did go ahead and dissect the volatility profile on the Mango dashboard, and what the Mango dashboard is telling us as far as vol is concerned, daily we have very, very low volatility, telling us that, hey, the bulls have a lot more juice left in them. How about the 4 hour? The 4 hour is still flashing a very moderate volatility level, telling me that the bulls still have juice in them to take this up. Alrighty. However, is there any other regions of resistance on OP? And quite honestly, guys, no, there isn't. Okay, OP is heading into blue sky freaking breakout. So this is not just any ordinary region of resistance now flip support. It is a region of resistance flip support heading into blue sky breakout. Okay, and that's why I think managing a trade off of $2.95 is going to be a rather straightforward trade to manage. Alrighty. Another few time frames where $2.95 has proven to be very, very critical is primarily the 4-day time frame and the 3-day time frame. Now I'm going to start off with showing you how the 3-day time frame closed in relation to $2.95. Okay, so this is the 3-day time frame, and as you can see right here, the 3-day 2 respected the $2.95 region to the T. We saw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5, a total of 5 3-day candles. So that's a good 2 weeks living underneath the $2.95 region. Okay, got rejected every single time and finally managed to close over right here on 24th of Feb. So we got this close a couple of days ago. All right, so now we cleared out $2.95 on the 3-day time frame, which had also been respecting that region of resistance. How about the 4-day time frame? How did the 4-day close? And so far, guys, on the 4-day, we have not gotten a confirmed close over that region just yet. So while I think this is still bloody bullish, I do believe that based on the 4-day, we could potentially get a better bid. Now, while I already believe that $2.95 is going to be a rather easy bid to manage, we could sort of set out a range for ourselves. Now, based on how the 4-day closed, okay, we could look at this region right here as the next sort of bid zone for OP. Okay, this is also going to line up with the daily region of support that we have underneath us that price has respected pretty well. So I'm looking at $2.95 going all the way down to $2.86. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and smack in another sort of line segment right there. And you can see that $2.86 or 87 cents has actually proven to be that previous breakdown point right here, when price actually broke it, and that's when we came all the way back down to $2.14. So I do believe that managing a trade off of this level is going to be relatively straightforward, because this is the breakdown point. This is a 4-day region of support underneath us as well, $2.87. And in addition to that, if I take you guys on over to the 4-hour time frame, you'll notice a structure here. Okay, price actually did break out of an inverted head and shoulders pattern, which is this right here. Okay, coming down to test $2.87 would be us coming down to test the 21 EMA, the 10 SMA, as well as the neckline of that inverted head and shoulders pattern. The signature on these things is basically price comes down to give that region a graze, only for us to close over at the very least the neckline. Now the neckline comes in right now at around $2.91. The neckline does have a descending slope on it, so that is something to note. Okay, I do include the wicks into my account when I look at necklines for patterns. So that's what I will be gunning for, and I think it'll be a relatively easy trade to manage even at 287, but that is going to be your greedy bid. So far, we are seeing a pickup on $2.95, so I will be giving that a lot more attention. Okay, so yeah, the greedy bid, guys, is $2.87 for OP. Alrighty, now this is all I have for you. I think this is going to be a very easy one to manage considering that we're heading into blue sky breakout, considering that we have weekly resistance now flip support. That's why give $2.95 the attention and the importance that it deserves. The way I handle these things is that if I have a big enough allocation to put into coins like this, I essentially DCA within the range. Okay. So yeah, that is something to note, but OP guys looking spectacular right here. Now I hope you guys enjoyed this video. For those of you who've been asking me, Krisha, where are you trading the alts right now? I do know that OP is available on the BitGet exchange. I am also trading another coin that I'm going to bring to your attention very, very soon. Also got released on the BitGet exchange, for which I'm very excited about. Makes the life a lot more easier because, as many of you guys know, I have been trading on some of the swap exchanges and they can be a freaking hassle sometimes, especially the Ethereum layer 1 chain, right? The fees over there are just freaking insane. But anywho, there's another coin that I'm looking at, which I will bring to your attention perhaps tomorrow or sometime this week. But yeah, I'm trading on the BitGet exchange. For those of you looking for new exchanges, it's just checking it out. You'll find a link in the description below. With that one, you can get up to $8,000 in deposit bonuses as well as discounts on your trading fees. And those trading fees, guys, they freaking add up. So make sure you're using a referral. If not ours, then someone else's, someone who's using the BitGet exchange. Okay. So yeah, go ahead and check it out if you're looking for new exchanges to dabble in. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, and I will see you in the next update with this. Trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.